Could a Delta Force team conquer a medieval castle? No air support, no resupply, no backup. Modern technology and tactics against stone walls, armored knights, and centuries of defensive design. Who takes the win? At first glance, this looks like an easy fight. On one side, you've got 12 of the most elite soldiers in the world, a hand-picked half-troop of Delta operators, trained to move fast, stay hidden, and strike with precision before anyone knows what's happening. On the other side, around 200 medieval defenders standing behind the thick walls of a massive stone fortress. The Delta team moves at night. They have night vision goggles. The defenders obviously don't. Small drones scan the walls, towers, and courtyards. One by one, the outer guards are silently taken out. Breaching charges could blast a wooden gate or an interior wall, but punching a person-sized hole through 3 meters, about 10 feet of thick stone, would take more C4 than a 12-man team can carry. So the gatehouse naturally becomes the main target. In just a few minutes, it's over. The defenders, no matter how brave, stand no chance against modern firepower, coordination, and tactics. But let's be honest, that version is a little boring. What if things don't go perfectly? Could the defenders actually hold off one of the most advanced fighting teams in the world? To figure that out, let's break it down. What does each side bring? The Delta team comes loaded with top-tier gear. They carry M4 rifles with scopes, silencers, and laser sights. Their main weapon. Each operator also has a Glock 19 pistol as a sidearm. Add body armor, helmets, and night vision goggles, and they're ready for almost anything. They also carry grenades, flashbangs, breaching grenades, or C4 to blast through doors or walls. And for scouting, they use small drones to spot enemy positions before moving in. But, as we'll see, even all this doesn't make them unbeatable. Now, what about the castle side? The defenders have numbers, roughly 200 men. Some wear heavy plate armor, others carry shields, crossbows, or swords. And they have one massive advantage. They know the terrain. They know every hallway, every hidden tunnel, every spot where attackers can get trapped. The walls are thick stone. The gates are strong and hard to break. And the halls are narrow, forcing attackers into tight spaces. Most importantly, the defenders don't need to win fast. They just need to survive long enough to wear the attackers down. Castles were built for siege warfare. They were stocked with food supplies, fresh water from wells, and backup weapons that could last weeks or even months. The defenders could sit tight, hold their ground, and wait. The Delta team, on the other hand, can't afford to waste time. They can't carry in extra supplies. They have only what's on their backs. No resupply trucks, no helicopters, no outside support. They obviously can't set up camp inside the castle. Even if they take part of it, the defenders know the layout. They could attack at night, slip through hidden tunnels, or regroup behind barricades. Delta would need to clear every room, tower, and hallway just to sleep safely. And they don't have the time, numbers, or resources to do that. And they can't hold the castle long-term without fully capturing it. They either break the defenders' will completely or risk being surrounded, cut off, and slowly taken down. This means their mission is all or nothing. Strike fast, take key points, break morale, or the mission fails. The Delta team would likely approach at night, using drones to search for weaker points. But castles were designed to spot intruders. Guards patrol the towers, and even the smallest sound or flicker of movement could alert them. If a lookout noticed something, like the glint of a drone or a shadow on the wall, the defenders would respond fast. Horns would blow, shouts would echo, and they would rush to lock gates and block key passages. At that point, the elite soldiers would have no choice but to blast their way in using breaching charges. But once inside, the fight would shift. Inside, the attackers face a stone maze they've never seen, twisting halls, steep stairs, and choke points that slow them down. Meanwhile, the defenders could fire crossbows through small openings, drop rocks or hot sand from above, set fires, block doors, or slip through hidden passages to attack from behind. One wrong move, a sudden collapse of a hallway or a blocked exit, could split the Delta team in half and leave them trapped. 12 men against 200. Even with advanced gear, they would be forced to slow down, clear carefully, and cover all angles. And under these conditions, injuries are almost certain. Crossbow bolts, falling rocks, ambush attacks, even with body armor, they can't cover every angle. Losing 2 to 4 team members wouldn't be surprising. and every loss makes the mission harder, cuts their firepower, and increases the risk of failure. Each Delta operator carries around 210 to 300 rounds for their M4 rifle, about 7 to 10 magazines. Reloading takes 2 to 3 seconds, but under pressure, that feels much longer. Their Glock 19 sidearm holds 15 rounds per magazine, plus 1 in the chamber, with reloads taking about 2 seconds. The Defenders, meanwhile, reload more slowly but stay in protected spots. Crossbows take about 20 to 30 seconds to reload. Longbows, if used, can fire faster, about 6 to 8 arrows per minute, but they require training and skill. And it's not just ranged weapons. Defenders can use heavy rocks, boiling water or hot sand, spears and pikes in narrow spaces, and swords, axes, or maces in close fights. Some castles even have hidden traps or walls that can be collapsed onto attackers. So, how would Delta adapt? Since they can't hold the castle or clear every corner, they would likely change tactics. Instead of fighting room by room, they'd focus on critical targets: the gatehouse, the armory, the central keep. If they can hit key leaders or control points, they might even capture someone important and use that as leverage to force a surrender. But every step deeper into the castle brings new problems. Rifles lose their edge in tight spaces. Every door is a possible trap. Every staircase can be blocked. The Defenders know every twist and turn, can set up barricades, hold the high ground, and ambush from unexpected angles. From above, rocks, spears, and bolts can rain down. And the longer Delta stays stuck, the worse it gets. Exhaustion builds. The air inside packed stone rooms gets heavy, and the stress and confusion mount. One mistake inside those walls could end the mission. So here comes the important question. Who wins? Well, if the Delta Force team moves fast, stays sharp, and keeps the Defenders off balance, they'd probably take the castle. Their gear, training, and tactics give them a huge edge, but only if they push quickly. If the Defenders hold firm, lock down key points, and drag the fight into a slow grind, the balance shifts. Delta has no resupply, no backup, and no time to waste. They can't hold the castle half-finished. They can't bring in fresh supplies. They can't sleep safely unless they've won. Even the best fighters can't push forever when they're outnumbered, surrounded, and slowly wearing down. In the end, this isn't just a battle of weapons. It's a race against time. Or maybe the Delta team wins, but ends up stuck in the past, forced to rule the castle and build a modern kingdom with medieval tools. And their M4s. Would they be able to leverage their modern knowledge without the modern tools? What do you think? Would Delta Force storm the castle and win fast? Or would the Defenders outlast them and hold the line? And if you want to see how a modern tank does against 10,000 medieval knights, check out the video on your screen.